Hello and welcome to Planet Curls. So today I am setting up my June budget for 2020 using my Planner B budget kit. I have custom printed this one specifically to the 8x11 planner for the classic monthly deluxe Erin Condren. So if you won't be able to see these on the shop, but you can get the 7x9 standard ones. And if you do want one of these big ones, leave a comment below and let me know, and I can look at putting them onto the shop. But for now, I'm just printing them for my own personal use. And let's just get stuck into it. So last month was a bit of shambles, so I have to make a few changes. And we're coming out of quarantine too, so a lot of the lockdown restrictions are easing, which means some expenses are coming into play. But let's talk about that as we go, because otherwise we'll be here all day. So I will amend my layout a little bit today, we'll probably change it up each week, to be honest, or each month, just to figure out how we're going to work with this. So I'm going to get this one out and this one out. Now, I also made a mistake of printing on my unicorn paper for my header, so you can see the vibrancy differences in between the standard paper and the unicorn. The reason I'm not printing my budget kits on the unicorn is because of the thickness and just the shininess of it. They're not great for well, you can write on them, that's not a problem, but just for the quality and the cost, I just wanted to make the budget kits like relatively inexpensive by using a cheaper matte paper. So I've just printed them on matte paper for that reason. But yeah, I made a mistake because I had a sheet of unicorn paper in amongst all my other papers. So I have got this one in a nice shiny unicorn paper, but like I said, it doesn't come standard. So just as I set this up, what was I going to say? Not entirely sure what I was going to say there. Oh yeah, actually you will notice, anyone with an eagle eye will notice that this does say May Zodiac here. This is actually the June floral kit that's available on the Etsy shop. So you can buy this June kit. It's the floral kit for June. It's just that I forgot to change it, and because I was only printing it for myself, it wasn't a priority to go back and change it. I just wanted to get this up and running so I can set up my budget for next month, which is tomorrow. So I am kind of working to a deadline here, so I just wanted to get it up and ready for you guys. Right, so using my accessories kit, I've got these extra boxes. So we do have 4 days of next month, and I've got 4 boxes, so I'm going to put these ones down here. This can be just used for any little comments or notes coming up if you have anything to add. And yeah, I've mentioned that before, but anyway, so I shall quickly put these up. Oops. Yeah, so my budget has to adjust just slightly because of certain things didn't work in the last month, and because of the new expenses that will occur because some things are reopening. Namely, I have a feeling, I'm not 100% sure because it's only just been announced today by the Queensland government, but I think my yoga sessions may be coming back into play shortly, and I think gyms are reopening. So that means husband's gym will come back on, his gym expenses, and my yoga expenses will come on. I'm only going to budget for the second 2 weeks of the month because I'm not 100% sure if my yoga studio is opening, but I'm better off planning ahead to make sure I've got the budget there for it. So that is my month at a glance. Now this I told you I was going to change, so I have got some new categories. I'm actually just going to be calling this groceries, takeaway, fuel, unbudgeted bills, fuel, other, and then this one I'm going to add as sinking because I put a lot of my bills into a sinking fund so that their money each week is set aside into sinking. So now I'll be able to see it a grey. I just wrote bills. The grey sticker will be my sinking funds for anything that I've dropped and set aside, and any bills that come up as a result. So let's retry that again. It's going to be sinking funds. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors here, but there's actually 8 colors in the range, I believe. So we're calling this, think about it, sinking funds. Sinking. I'll just have to do scratchy ink. Okay, so that's that monthly spread setup. Then I'm going to come in here, and what I'm actually going to do, I didn't use this last month, and I just realized how much more sense it would make to actually use it this month. So I'm setting up the spending tracker for this month directly behind my monthly calendar spread, because then when I spend, I can put it into the, I can list it out, and we may run out of pages, but let's wait and see, out of lines. But then, yeah, all of these individual expenses that occur here, I'm actually going to write it down here so then I can keep track of what's going on, because I was a little confused trying to keep an eye on it out of my bank account, so I can note it in there as well. So I'm going to put spending tracker here and date. Date, amount, category. I'll probably not end up using this because I wasn't even tracking my expenses as I was going last month. But anyway, we'll see. We'll play with it and see how it goes. Let's just check the frame again, make sure you're still, because I noticed last time you couldn't see what I was doing down the bottom here, because I can only bring my camera out so far. Okay, that'll do. Put that down here. And then we'll get stuck into the month. So my June budget and my weekly check-in will be the next one. These kits are monstrous. If you can see comparatively, I'll show you how the size of these kits versus your standard 7x9. So you can see they're monstrous. They take up a whole page, just one sheet. So yeah, do let me know if you want to get if you do have the bigger planner like I have. Specifically so that you could fit more lines in, then I'm totally down to put these on Etsy. That's not an issue. So just let me know. I can do that at your request. So I'm going to go with June budget income. And I am definitely 100% turning off my roundup, because now that I'm trying to monitor this anyway, I don't need to round up. Total income. So 1, 2, so there's me and Ben. Now I'm only keeping the income from our salaries in here. We do also get, and I've mentioned this before, we're getting a salary through the company, but I'm kind of just paying that according to what kind of money's coming into the company at the time. So I'm just keeping that in our side little slush fund, which is our little spending funds. And then husband can spend his however. He used his on the weekend to buy the kids some new scooters, which was nice of him. And I use mine to pay for some fuel. So he buys all the fun stuff and gets kids happy, and then I don't. I use the boring stuff. So as mentioned before, you've got your full sheet of expenses, or you've got them broken down into variable and fixed. Now these broken down cells are good if you're using the smaller 7x9. I don't need the space, so I'm gonna just use the full length. And I don't typically have much variables because I account for mine all in my sinking funds, so that's why I don't really need to feature the sinking and variables. And total expenses, savings, variable expenses. Okay, I'm going to work from the bottom so that I get enough space. Do I want the savings? I don't think I'm going to put the savings because in my previous video, I did just launch a savings tracker sheet to go with your washi. I haven't built one specifically for this kit yet, for this size, but you've got your starting balances and your trackers based on that, which is a little bit different to this savings estimated actuals. This is very specific to if you're tracking goals or you're monitoring interest rates and stuff like that as well. So I'm not going to put savings in there. I'm just going to leave this for the whole expenses page. And I just need to put total expenses because I'm actually going to feature my sinking funds with a breakdown, I think. I don't know. Let's see. We'll see how this evolves. This might get a little confusing for you all. And we don't want to overcomplicate the process. Okay, so I'm done with that page. Now I'm going to turn it over here and I've got my debt tracking, which will go on the bottom of the page. Transaction log is not necessary for this purpose. That is some spare washi if I wanted to use savings tracker with that, which I could. This is new to go with. I just printed that one out to go with my sinking funds because I specifically use my sinking funds in a unique way, so that those three can go on this page and this can go on this page, and then we are happy, which means there should be one page turned over. Yep, one spare page to go, which I use for my Etsy tracking on the back that I won't be able to show you. Oh, I could probably set that better. We'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to put my weekly here. Yeah, I'll do it that way. These are my weekly checking. Now, there is 5 weeks in the month, but because of the way payday falls, I'm only going to measure 4 weeks because I'll show you what I mean. My paydays typically, and all my debits come out on a Wednesday the 1st. So I'm actually going to measure 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of pay because all those expenses up to there are going to actually fall into my next payday, which will fall into the next month. So then I can just stick to my 4 weeks. I think next month will be unavoidable to have 5 weeks. So I'm just going to start with week 1. And I'm not going to put the 5 week spread on, even though each kit has 5 weeks. If you chose to use your 5 week setting, yeah, it really just depends on your own personal choices. And based on last month, let me just go back and see how many cuts I saved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're now using 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. We're using 7. So actually I'm going to gap it out for 7 spaces. Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which makes it here. And oh, look how crooked that is. Sorry, guys. That's annoying, isn't it? There we go. That's much better. Oh, I've put the header on crooked. That's why it looks crooked. Oh well, doesn't matter. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blank. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means this is the blank. Hooray for erasable. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blank. Damn. which means I actually am not going to be able to put any washi on the bottom of that page, but that's okay. We can do it. So week 2 along this row, I'm going to line this up to the edge of this, to the edge of the ruled lines here, so we can try and have some sort of straight lines when I'm ruling. 1, 2, 3. So you can see how if you had a smaller planner, you would have to use way less categories, or unless the lines are ruled smaller, maybe that's all the case. Maybe that's all it does. And 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not counting right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's definitely got to go on the bottom. I am counting right. Silly me. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Oh, that's very crooked. Oh well. And we got week 1. I'm just gonna do this. Week 1. Week 2. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Meant to say oh my gosh, but I said oh my lord. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I haven't got the monthly total. So annoying. Okay, let's just pretend. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. We'll work with it. We'll work. I need to get a balance on my personal loan. I can't check the car as frequently as I would like because it's in my mum's name. So they bought a car and then decided they didn't want it anymore because they have like 2 motorbikes and a billion other cars. So I just said I'd take over the loan, and we didn't bother changing it into my name. I'm just taking over the repayments. So because it's still in mum's name, I need her to get the balance for me. So she gave me the balance last month, and I know just based on the sheets, the printouts, that there's about $200 a month of interest. So based on that, I'm just going to try and keep an eye on the balances when I do it based on an estimation. I know the interest will drop each month as I pay it down, which kind of just means I'll be pleasantly surprised when it comes time to pay it out. I'll be closer to payout than expected because I'll be counting based on the, anyway, talking through too much. Okay, so sinking funds. And as explained before, sinking funds are just kind of like money that you set aside in preparation for when you want to spend. So a holiday account would be a sinking fund. For me, like I said, I know how much I estimate for my bills each month, and because my debits come out monthly, I break my expenses down weekly so that each amount from my pay is set aside accordingly to the expense that I need. So I am actually going to cover that up there. Give myself as much room as possible. Overflow it a bit, overflow it. So then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sinking funds. Clothes, bills, pool, lawns / household, mojo, gifts, and AGM. I feel like there's way more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I need a monthly total here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Anyone neurotic about like miscounting? I always feel like I have to count 3 times to make sure I get it right. And even then I still probably get it wrong. Very annoying. Monthly totals. So then I'm also going to do this new thing that you saw me do last month. Is based on my sinking funds, and now that I have my grey sinking fund category on my tracking card here, I'm going to check my drawings from the sinking funds so that I can measure how much I take out as I go. Because I should be, for certain accounts like my my bills account should be kind of balanced. I should hopefully have enough money. I should never be in negative that I have to overdraw the account to pay down my bills. So I think I need to get a new, I'll use this one. My other blue pen, if you saw my other video, my other blue pen broke, which is frustrating. And I am not prepared with a ruler here. Oh, here we are. Okay, so I've got my sinking fund categories here, my starting balances, my additions, my subtractions, and my end balance. And then I've got this drawings part. Oops, let's get this really straight. 2, 3. Oh, this one has 5 weeks because I wasn't sure if I was going to play with 5 weeks, but I'm not. So we'll just, anyway, just there, just to be extra safe. Then I've got my debt, starting balance, paid, interest, and outstanding balance. Now taking this back, I'll have to rule all those lines because I didn't prepare myself. Okay, that's fine though, that's fine. So we have budgets and totals, spent, remaining. I should have done this a whole row. Actually, not thinking this one through. There we go, that's better. My whole mind is just thinking ahead to like, as soon as I get this done, I can play Animal Crossing. Like this is my reward for doing my work. So I'm just excited to get this budgeting done because then I'm stuck into my Animal Crossing. And my husband did look at me, Ben looked into me doing streams, but my Mac, my brand new Mac, my MacBook Pro, I didn't even get a notebook or anything like that, one of those, because I need it for designing. Anyway, the point is, oh my God, I just made a mistake. The point of that is my Mac is not compatible with streaming software. Like what the heck? So anyway, I was going to stream Animal Crossing, or I was going to stream my planning as like a Twitch creator because my sister-in-law, she is an illustrator and she does illustrations and emotes and stuff, and she streams on Creator as well. Anyway, long story short, I can't stream, so you can't watch me play Animal Crossing. Not that anyone, not even that if you care or not, but anyways. I'm eyeballing this, so I'm not sure if we're going to be straight. Oh my goodness, the ink is smudging. Hopefully, because it's, oh, what am I doing? Well, that was awkward. Okay, because this is erasable, We should have, yes. Yes. All right. Fabulous. Oh my gosh, it's looking so great. I dropped all my paperwork here. Okay, all right. So we're done here, we're done here. We are done there. Look at all the lines, how beautiful. How beautiful. Actually, I will set up my my Etsy page just so you can see how I track it. I'll have to double check though because I forget how I track it because I haven't wrapped it up. So I think it's mostly just name, transaction. Let me just see what's here. Nope. Oh, it's a transaction log. I use a transaction log for that. That's what I do. Whoopsie daisy. I do use this kit. I use this kit for my Etsy. Then when I have to buy stamps and stuff, I track the ingoing and outgoing expenses. I have to check it for the end of the month for my Etsy fees because I actually have not gone and counted out how much percentage they take, which is not very wise of me. I misspelled. Oh no, I did that. Okay. Date. Let's try this right. Date. Transaction. If this ink goes everywhere, I'm gonna be so annoyed. I'm not having any luck with pens. First one breaks and then this one wants to leak. Oh, okay. Perfect. Perfection. Anyway, there's not much. Even if I showed you this, there's nothing to look at because I haven't been getting many sales. All right, so let's quickly fill this in. So my income is, we've got, oh goodness, Kelly and Ben. Now my expenses this month are a little different and hopefully I get this right. Okay, so we got, oh, man, I hate that line there. Rent is the same as last month. Also, some of my starting expenses I'm going to put in here won't match if you're looking at this side by side with my previous account. It will not add up because Kelly spent, because I have tapped a few things and moved some sort of things around, so it's not going to be accurate. So just disregard them. Don't look at them consistently following on from the last one. Otherwise you'll be like, hey, what's this? This is wrong. Kids savings into their account. The cats is their insurances. 55, 34. Max is his insurance. Is 103, 52. Food, I've adjusted that because I kept spending over, so this is going to be $210 a month. I just gave myself an extra 10 because I kind of blew it out by $40, so that works out well. 840. We've got fuel now that the kids are in school and we're going places more. My fuel, I've doubled that. The cost is still pretty low. The Commodore's still full. The Mazda I just filled up out of my own account. So I think we should be good. Okay, yoga. So my yoga is expensive as all anything. So I'm going to put it in for 2 weeks of yoga simply because I'm not 100% if it's opening. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping she just gets a schedule in line. She might be happy with just sticking to it remotely in the meantime. I'm not too sure. Ben's gym, I'm not sure if that's going to open, but his is like a super cheap gym. He really goes to, it's like $6 or $7 a week. He just goes to this cheap gym that has some like weights and equipment and stuff, which for $6, it's next to nothing. Car loan. That's trying to smash that down. Personal loan is, as soon as we smash that car down, that's going to go into the personal loan in addition. So then I'll be paying down $1,400 a month. So then that one will smash down fast too. So take away. And then from my sinking funds, I'm actually going to attribute this here so you can see what's going on. I have pool. Oh no, wait. Yeah, no, this works. I think. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But anyway, let's go. I'm going to do this in a different color so we can see what's going on. I'm going to do it in purple. So, in my pool account, I put $200 a month, $50 a week. Gifts account is $250 a week. Kids' clothes / school / anything they need is $200. AHM, which I think will resume from July, so we're just putting that money aside for savings for now, is $324. We've got bills. I put $620 a month into my bills account, and my Mojo, which is barefoot, is $200 a month. So if we add all those up with my calculator, 1, 2, 4, all right, let's not stuff up this time now. 2, 4, 600 plus 80, 80, 55, 34 plus 103.52 plus 840 plus 100 plus 105 plus 28 plus 1000 40 400 plus 200 plus 200 plus 200 plus 324 plus 620 plus 200 7 3 5 8 6. Right, so based on last month, it's only a little bit different. 6712, because I've adjusted my bills just slightly. 6712, 6735. I've just adjusted my bills because I'm putting less aside as a backup and now putting it into the extra in the car and the extra in the gyms. So just slight little shuffle around there. Now my sinking funds is these purple accounts that I just did, so I might write in purple still. Pool, water. This is the household. Oh, I should actually just call it household, because I've touched on that for repairs as well, like general repairs. So I'm going to call this household. And I just bought the kids some a little locker thing from Kmart, because I saw this trick about putting snacks in this Kmart locker, and it's a snack drawer. So that will be our snacks. So we've got household, gifts, oh goodness gracious, kids' clothes, it's very hard for me to write over this damn wire. Kids' clothes, H&M, bills, and Mojo. Now, the starting balances on these, I did write somewhere. I had them prepared. But now, of course, I can't find them because I dropped all my paperwork. Silly Billy. Nope, can't find it. Right. That's fine. I will update that in the next week, in our next video, but we've set that up here. Actually, I'm going to carry this down here. Household gifts, kids clothes, AHM, pills, Mojo. Yeah, that'll do. All right, so we're all set up. Oh, debts here. We've got car loan, personal loan. And if we go back to what I thought was where we should be at the end for the car loan balance, we should be sitting at approximately 6,900. So it's 6,900. So that should drop at least just under 1,000 each month. All right, so that's set up for this month. I don't have my starting balances, but I will have them prepared for our first week. But otherwise, this is the June budget all set up. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe for future content. Share any comments on the post if you've got any suggestions. Visit the Planner B AU on Etsy for any of the kids. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks so much for watching, and please do subscribe below for future content. You can also visit me on Instagram at PlanetCal or the Planner B AU. And for all my stickers, head to theplannerbau.etsy.com.